So here's is what they have when you come here about the pre-dynastic period, the early pre-dynastic age, and it's go through the Old Kingdom, the first intermediary, the Middle Kingdom, and it shows some papyruses, no images of what the people look like, as you can see. And we come down, and when you get to the lower end of the King Tut exhibit timeline, for instance, they'll even show this of a late period, and this is not really accurate right here. But then they'll show of the Greeks and the Romans, their image of how they look. And I feel like doing that and putting it right here at the end, and the Ptolemy part, with, as you can see, Cleopatra VII. And then on to the Romans, dealing with Octavian, which is colonizer. And so that's how the exhibit use their timeline to talk about what's going on and what the artifacts are showing at the King Tut exhibit. And then one more thing is this. So here's the map. As you can see of the map is not showing the origin of the Kemetic dynasties. Kemetic means Egyptian. The Greek name is Egypt. And so, as you can see, in the White Nile, which we started Uganda, Kilimanjaro, the Blue Nile starts up there by Ethiopia. That part is not on here, so they're showing the place of origin, or pre-dynastic part that people call Tasseri. So you'll show how the ancient Kemetic people, I'm not going to use Egyptian because that's Greek descriptors, how they built their civilization, and they came down and built their civilization, and they deposited into what we call the lower delta. Now I'm going to take you to my timeline, to the ancient Egyptian timeline in chronological order with facts, visual imagery. So as you can see here, it would look like this. Let me get it. Switching around, excuse me. So here we go. So with this one, you see the pre-dynastic, how I put the images down. We have the first dynasty that started with Narmer, this brother that came out of Kush. Now we call Kush Ethiopia or Nubia. And see, and then we come down the line. We have Djoser. You see we have Imhotep, Sneferu, Khufu, and you see we have a ship there, the Nuank of Khufu ship. We come down, we have Ptahhotep. When we get to the Middle Kingdom, you see that we have Mentuhotep the second. We keep coming down some more. We have Kipikari, some more the first. We have Queen Nefertari. Now, when we get here, Queen Nefertari and Ahmose Nefertari and her husband Ahmose, they are the one who started the new, what we call the New Kingdom, after expelling the Hyksos. Come on down after you get through the New Kingdom. There's 14 different rulers of just only the New Kingdom. And King Tut, Tutankhamun, he is number 12. After him, we know it's I-A-Y, and Horemheb. So, and there's his father. It says Akhenaten, and his grandmother Queen Key, which we'll get to later. Come on down the line, you got Seti. And then after that, it transitioned into the late period, you know, the revival age, where you see Shabaka, Amenidris, which is, we call that godwife of Amun, and you come on down, and then it finishes at the 25th dynasty right here with the ruler being Taharka. Transitioning over, this is called the post-Egyptian dynasty, post because these are colonized invaders that come in from different geographical locations. The Assyrians, 26th dynasty, they get conquered by the Persians, transitioning into the Greeks, with the Alexanders, the Ptolemies, and the Cleopatras, with the S, plural, because remember Cleopatra that we know about, that's usually shown as Cleopatra VII, and you keep coming down, and then we get to the Romans. Romans, basically we call it Greco-European, was Greco-Roman, we now call it European, but after the Romans, we know that the Arabs came in and took it from the Romans, and they've been there since around 500 till 2019 today. Now look at this. So let's go back to King Tut, since this exhibit focuses on King Tut. Here's King Tut right there, and here's King Tut and his family. So you see, there's Queen Nefertari. There's King Tut's father, Akhenaten, better known as Amenhotep IV. Here's Amenhotep IV's parent, which is Amenhotep III. Amenhotep IV is Akhenaten. His father, Amenhotep III, and then there's his grandmother that we know as Queen T, right there. Queen T. That's King Tut's grandmother. Great-grandmother, which is Queen T's mother, would be Tuya and Yuya. What about the DNA to show that these are African people, other than looking at it? Well, here is some information on the DNA of King Tut and his family, basically showing that these are African people. Have a nice day.